A fine night in store here at Wrigley Field. The Dodgers and the Cubs, next. It's been 100 years of baseball and counting at this place, and the charm hasn't faded a bit at venerable Wrigley Field in Chicago. Tonight we wrap up this three-game series between the LA Dodgers and the Central leading Chicago Cubs. With that, we say hello again, everybody, and welcome to Cubs Baseball. Matt Vasgersian with you, Mike Side, alongside Eric Karros and Steve Lyons. And EK, let's run through what's happened so far as we wrap up this three-game set.
Yeah, a real nail-biter here last night. You can see a one-run ball game. Very well played on both sides. A well-pitched game as well. I think both managers would like to see their starters match the performances turned in last night.
All right, EK, we'll get to Steve in a moment, but first, let's take a look at the starting lineup for the visiting Los Angeles Dodgers, as the skipper Don Mattingly will line his guys up this way. And on the mound to try to tackle this lineup, there you see the numbers for the 6'6" right-hander Jason Hamill. And there's a look at the defensive alignment for the Cubs here. Here's Carl Crawford stepping in as we're about ready to get things going.
Leading off tonight for the Dodgers, left fielder Carl Crawford.
Swing and a liner towards second. Well, this will be taken in at second base. Good positioning for the first out.
Well, you know, if you're an optimist, you might say that's a one-pitch out right here to start this ball game. But if you're a pessimist, you'd say, wow, I hope this is not a sign of things to come.
So one away here with the bases empty. And stepping in is the second baseman, Howie Kendrick. Kendrick waiting, now the pitch. In there for strike one, 0-1. EK, our home nine as they start play here tonight. They've been on a real nice run of late, winning 5 of their last 6 games.
After the loss in the opener of the series, that was a much-needed win yesterday. So they can look to win this series and take 2 out of 3 if they can just take care of business here.
Hit hard, but foul toward first, so he'll come back and line it up again. Here comes another 0-2. And he chases one up the ladder as he hits a high fly ball out to straightaway center. There to take it is Fowler as that becomes out number 2.
With the 0-2 count, he was really forced to protect the plate, and you can see this ball's not even in the strike zone, but he chases after it anyway, and he lifts this for an easy fly ball.
In now is Yasiel Puig, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. You got to figure that that man right there would be more than happy to see this guy at the plate taking his swings with 2 out and nobody on all night long.
So would the guy on the mound.
Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2. Now here it comes. And they'll try to tempt him with a curveball, but this bounces in front of the plate, and it's 1-2.
Yeah, that's the put-away curveball.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but that's the 3rd strike and the 3rd out. Side is retired. Dodgers down in order. And now it'll be the Cubs' turn in a scoreless ball game. A look there at the starting lineup for the Cubs now. They'll match up against a guy who's made big strides since arriving stateside, the Korean-born left-hander Hyun-Jin Ryu. And behind him defensively, the Dodgers will line up like this. Well, there you see Dexter Fowler as he'll be the one to commence the action in the bottom half of the first.
Center fielder, Dexter Fowler.
Ball one. Eric, you take a look at our visiting club as they take the field tonight here in the bottom of the first. They come in trying to rebound after a loss that snapped a modest 3-game winning streak.
And after the loss last time out, that sets up a rubber match here in the finale. So I'm expecting this to be the best game of the 3.
2-0 count, the pitch. And he gets the slider over here. It's 2-1 now. Here comes the 2-1. Takes that one a little bit low. 3 balls and a strike now.
And even just 4 pitches in, you need to find a strike here because you don't want to give him a free base runner to start the night.
There's the good fastball, and he can't catch up. 3-2. One of the things that makes him so tough to hit, the ability to put his pitches right on the black.
Yeah, I mean, you watch the catcher's glove on some of these, and it literally does not move. That's how good his stuff is.
And here's a ball hit in the air. And it's a foul ball. Full count offering on its way. Pitch in the dirt, swung on and missed for strike 3 as they'll need to throw to first here. Throw on to first is in time to get him, so that'll go down as a strikeout and a 2-3 putout for out number 1.
Boy, that curveball is really moving now. He gets him to swing right over the top of it, and then you're going to see the nice work behind the plate to do a little cleanup back there and then get the putout down at first.
Chris Bryant will stand in now. Certainly a dangerous hitter as he ranks number 2 in the National League in home runs. First offering on the way. First pitch is a changeup for a called strike. He may not throw a ton of changeups here tonight, but he's got a good one when he needs it.
And I think he will need it because this is a good fastball hitting team. Most teams are, so the more you can keep these guys guessing off balance, the better.
Now a fastball off the plate away, a ball and a strike. The 1-1. Keeping it down here as it's to 1-2.
Boy, when he's got that thing going good, it just takes a nosedive right at the end.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Yeah, that's a good spot to miss against a guy like this. He loves that pitch up in the zone. Most power hitters do, so that's not a bad idea to give him one above the letters.
Sets the 2-2 pitch. And a full count as that misses. It's 3-2 now.
Yeah, and that's not the pitch you want to throw on 2-2. That was so high, he didn't even have to think about swinging.
This is past the mound and into center field for a base hit.
Yeah, a 1-out base runner here in the bottom of the first. Now you've got the 3, 4, 5 guys coming up. Let's see if they can turn this into the first run of the ball game.
Anthony Rizzo will stand in now, and his batting average currently good for 7th in the National League. Here's the first offering. Runner goes for second. Fouled back. He's set, now the pitch. 2 straight fastballs now as he powers ahead 0-2.
Yeah, and it doesn't look like he's trying to get a ground ball here. He's coming right after him, trying to get a punch-out.
He takes strike 3 called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
Well, that's a good confidence builder with a runner on base here in the first. This is definitely the man to worry about in this lineup. There's little question about that, so he'll be fired up about that one.
Now the first pitch. That's hard hit back up the middle. And this is by Rollins on into center field, the base hit.
That's got to be encouraging for these guys so far. They're facing one of the tougher guys around, and that's 2 hits now here in the first inning, and that ball was smoked.
Miguel Montero will get his first opportunity here, and as you can see, he's got that average up over the 290 mark to begin play. Slider, and it's off his glove, and it bounces away. And he'll make it to third here on what will likely be ruled a passed ball.
Well, this is a real gift here with 2 away. That's a pitch that needs to be handled behind the plate. Now, you've got to deal with 2 men in scoring position instead of just 1.
Montero waits. Now the pitch. Now a sharply hit ground ball here, and a base hit into right field. And the run will score as the Cubs strike first to lead it 1-0.
Got a fastball to his liking. It was middle in, so he was able to turn on it and pull it right through the hole to pick up the RBI.
In is Jorge Soler, as he'll look at a fastball too high for ball 1.
Now here's a spot with a run home already. That looks nice on the scoreboard. But if you could put up a 2 or even a 3 spot here in the first, that could really go a long way against a guy like this.
And 2-0 now as this misses below the knees.
And one thing you can't do here, you cannot lose him and load the bases. He's still got a couple pitches to play with, but I'd expect this one to be somewhere in a strike zone.
Swing and a ball hit hard on the ground towards second. Throw will go to Adrian at first, and with it, the side is retired. I have to imagine there's a full moon tonight, judging by this bunch. Back with more on this fine Saturday night following this.